It is absolutely unacceptable that individuals who are doing the right thing and who are paying will have their electricity cut.
Yeah, this is my meter right here, and I am a paying customer. No electricity, I mean, a valid paying customer. You pay my bill up to Friday gone.
How much was the bill on Friday?
18,000.
18,000.
Friday, yeah, and see, empty place.
Nothing being registered because there's no light. And then we have another meter for the house. Again, there is nothing being registered. Nothing at all being registered on the meter. No light.
The light leave us from the 7th of September. It come the 16th, and in the afternoon, when it reach about 6, 7 o'clock, it gone again. Right? So I don't have any light for that period of time. And I get a bill right now for 11,000 odd. Right? And I don't have any light. On my phone, they send the bill and said it's how much kilowatt per hour I use, right? And they don't send and say it's estimate. You understand me? Right, so I need a light because I'm paying my light bill. How do I go about getting some redress? Because I need redress. I cannot pay a bill and I don't have any light.
Yeah, with the contributions of friends giving me ice, this is how I've been surviving without light from JPS. Fruit, ice. This is how I've been surviving. No light, ice being donated by friends. Yeah, this is it. Thanks JPS.
So residents of some of these communities that allege that they have been routinely disconnected or out of power for hours each day are being prodded or encouraged to engage in a class action suit against the JPS to recover damages they would have suffered as a consequence of the power outage. What do you make of this? Is it something that should be pursued?
You know, there's no winners anywhere in the system right now. Now, Angela Brownberg was absolutely right to say it's completely wrong to disconnect people who are paying for their electricity. But, you know, you have to have some sympathy for JPS when they disconnect a community where they've only got 7 paying customers and everyone else is stealing from them. On the other hand, it's equally wrong that those of us who are paying for our electricity, which is only 2/3 of the consumers, are paying for everybody who isn't paying for their electricity. Either way you look at it, somebody is being wronged. Now, when you have these communities who are being disconnected, yes, especially if you have people in there who have been trying to do the right thing and paying their light bills, and they're being disconnected too, they've got a genuine grievance. And so, unfortunately, do JPS, because they have been trying to deal with this problem for many years, for 20 years. They have not had a sympathetic hearing from OUR, who are applying a very old-fashioned regulatory model, which dates back to the 1970s, 1980s, and has not been modernized. There are other regulatory models which have been much more effective in terms of addressing problems like this. We've seen them work in other countries. But JPS are also up against the fact, and I'm sorry, I know there's 2 politicians here today, but I have to say this, but there's been political interference as well. And in some cases, JPS and the police have been told not to go in and disconnect particular communities, even if they're being robbed blind. So I'm not going to say who's in the right here. A lot of people are being wronged.
Well, let me ask who is in the right and who is in the wrong. Dr. Brown-Burke, are you in the right?
It is absolutely unacceptable that individuals who are doing the right thing and who are paying will have their electricity cut. We also have to remember too that sometimes you have seniors at home where this is really a burden on them. I believe that the thought or the idea of bringing a class action suit is a good one. It is a good one because maybe that is what is needed for us to stop and take a very good look, and for JPS, who is not a company without authority and power, to say to the government, to the OU or whatever, that listen, let's come to the table because because they have the data, I don't. They would have the data. Here is what we are facing. Here's what we have seen to be the issues driving the theft. Here are some of the solutions that we need. Prof. Clayton
What I'm
says
hearing
it's
coming
not-
from
it's not a
Professor Clayton,
technical
though,
one.
Dr. Brownberg, is that there may be political interference for the very reason that the issue of squatting has persisted in so many areas, political gain.
No, but that's
Isn't
exactly
that
what
a
I'm
reality?
saying. Prof. Clayton says it's not a technical issue. So in that conversation that JPS would have with government and the regulators is to say, this is not a technical issue. Where we need action is in the policy area, in this area, that area, or whatever, so that we can get, you can get what you want and we can get what we want. And the citizens who are paying will have certainty of their electricity, and those who are not paying will either have a way to pay or will be brought to books when they don't. And I believe that's a conversation we need to have. And it needs to be an honest conversation amongst the pairs. And I believe that a class action suit might very well be that catalyst that gets that discussion going.
Dr. Wheatley, are politicians standing in the way of prosecution?
I can only speak for myself, and I categorically do not support the illegal extraction of electricity within my constituency anywhere in Jamaica, and I can only speak for myself.